morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing good this morning. Thank you for joining us today. We are joined today by Annika and Albina from ISANS, and they both work for the Settlement Online Pre-Arrival Services with ISANS. And so they kindly accepted to do a presentation today just to present what the services are to our ERISA members and others. So thank you so much, Albina. Thank you so much, Annika. I'll let you take the floor.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So my name is Annika Sweet, and I'm the supervisor for the Settlement Online Pre-Arrival Program. And my colleague Albina is here with me today.
Hello.
Do you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Sure. So my name is Albina, and I work with SOPA as an online community and social media monitor. I help with monitoring self-guided courses and the social media channels.
I will just let you know quickly what I will talk about today. So I will give you an overview of the program and what other partner agencies we are working with besides ISANS. I'll talk a little bit about the countries our clients are coming from, the eligibility criteria that we have for the program. I will show you a little bit how the client journey looks like and what services we offer, as well as how the registration works. And I'll also have all our contact info. So for an overview, Settlement Online Pre-Arrival, we call it short SOPA. It's a virtual hub providing support and guidance and customized employment support for newcomers, for them to find but also retain their employment once they arrive in Canada. We are a network of 6 settlement agencies across Canada. And we offer different types of training for their successful integration into the Canadian labor market. And we provide training that is local. So we have actually staff in each of the provinces to offer it to offer the support in a very local context. So this is an overview of our teams. So ISANS, which is located in Halifax, is the umbrella organization who is hosting the program. And that's where Albina and I are based, besides a few other staff members as well, who are providing services to newcomers for the Atlantic provinces. And then we have staff in all the other Canadian provinces. So we're working with 2 agencies in Ontario, CCI Ottawa, as well as World Skills. We have Altered Minds in Manitoba, the Regina Open Door Society in Saskatchewan, CCIS in Calgary, Alberta, and Mosaic in British Columbia. And the top 10 countries that we have been seeing clients arrive from over the last year were Nigeria, India, Morocco, Pakistan, Philippines, as well as Iran, Algeria, the UAE, Colombia, and USA. But we also see clients from all different types of countries. There is a fluctuation. It changes all the time, but in general, these were the numbers of the last year that we combined. And just for a quick overview, we are funded fully by IRCC, and our main focus is on the economic integration of all immigrant professionals in all fields. So we are a general employment program. We're not focused on any specific profession or background. Our program was launched in 2015, and we have served over 10,000 clients since we started the program. We offer one-on-one intake orientation and a needs assessment. one-on-one employment counseling, courses on job search and workplace communication. We have a program for refugees offered through WhatsApp. We have a program for youth, and everything is facilitated by local staff. In regards to the eligibility criteria for our program, our clients that want to register with the program have to be located outside of Canada. They have not been landed yet. They need to have received approval from RCC to immigrate to Canada. So that means they will need to have one of the following documents: a confirmation of their permanent residency, a letter notifying pickup of Canadian visa. So for PRs only, we're only serving permanent residents as of right now. A request for medical, a passport request letter, a Canadian visa but not landed in Canada yet, or their pre-arrival letter. And the candidates should have a medium English level and be able to communicate without a translator. So we usually say around an IELTS of 5.5 or a CLB of 5 higher. And they should have access to a computer and a high-speed internet. In regards to our client journey, so once the client registers with us and we have approved their eligibility, they will be invited to an intake orientation with a needs assessment and referrals, as well as an action plan. They can then be referred to courses, an employment counselor. We offer different virtual events that they will also be invited to during their participation in the program. And they will also receive referrals for post-arrival services to guarantee a smooth transition for their journey. So once they're registered and they have been invited to an intake session, they will receive an email with a scheduling link, and they can choose an appointment that suits their schedule. We are aware of time zones, so each employment counselor, each intake counselor has a wide variety of appointments available usually throughout the day, and they can schedule an appointment, and then they will meet virtually with an intake counselor. And the intake counselor will ask a lot of questions and have a conversation with that candidate about their background, about their goals for their arrival, what they already know about their career in Canada, and they take a lot of notes. Based on that conversation, they will then refer the candidates to different services and programs that we offer. But also they create an action plan for those clients with lots of resources that those clients can then use, as well as resources for post-arrival programs. They will also make sure the clients have the ability to receive all pre-arrival services they are eligible for, which means settlement programs as well. So they will check in with them and see if they have already been registered with other pre-arrival programs, and then make the referrals accordingly. After the intake has been completed, I would say most of our clients, especially the ones who will be looking for employment, will receive employment counseling. We also work with newcomers who already have received a job offer, for example, AIP, or clients arriving through the EMP stream. And they would not be referred to this service, but the majority of our clients are looking for work. So they will meet with an employment counselor, again, one-on-one in a virtual meeting. They will be invited, can choose an appointment time on a scheduler, and then meet with the employment specialist in their destination province. So the employment counselor will also ask a lot of questions and discuss with them their career. They will then do an assessment of skills, of the qualifications, and their experience. And they create a plan for short and long-term career goals. And they develop a work action plan. So that means, they'll give them some tips on things to do right now, how they can prepare better, things to look out for, resources they can look at. And they also give them a lot of information about the local labor market trends. They usually do a 1-hour session. And if the client has a little bit of time until they arrive, they can also schedule a follow-up after they have completed some of the items, the action items. Maybe they have worked on their resume. They can do a follow-up appointment and then check in with the employment counselor later on their progress. And the employment counselor also offers a resume review, a review of their cover letter, and if they actually do get an interview before they arrive, they can also reach out to the employment counselor and ask for some support to prepare for the job interview. Our clients also have access to several facilitated courses. These courses are online and asynchronous right now, so they can log in any time of the day and do their reading and their studying in the courses. The courses take several weeks to complete, but they can go through them on their own time. But there is a facilitator who's also located in their destination province to work with them, to answer questions, and to give feedback on different types of assignments. We have 2 types of those facilitated courses. One type is called soft skills, and we have 4 different courses about soft skills in Canada. And we have a course about job search, which is called job search strategies. These soft skills courses each take around 2 weeks to complete, and the job search strategies course takes around 6 weeks to complete. Besides the facilitated courses, we also have self-guided courses. These courses are completely self-study. So the clients receive an enrollment key, they log in, and then they study on their own. And they can do it in a specific time frame. Some clients go through it fairly quick, and some clients take their time, but there is nobody to give feedback on assignments. They just go through the course and learn at their own pace. They can take notes, they can take screenshots, and once they complete the courses, they also receive a certificate of completion, which is the same like the facilitated courses, but they're not doing assignments. They will not receive feedback. We have 2 courses also about soft skills or workplace language and workplace situations, Canadian workplace integration, as well as working in Canada. We also have an introductory course to business in Canada. So entrepreneurship, how does it look like if you want to start your own business? And a condensed version of our job search strategies course, which can be completed within a few days, compared to the 6-week facilitated course. So besides the courses and the employment counseling, we have a few other services we offer in our program. We offer regular virtual events, mostly focused on networking opportunities for our clients. These are sometimes local events or national. And we have an event that we've been running for a few years now called the Conversation Circle. And this is a great opportunity for the clients to connect with other newcomers that are also arriving. We try to group them into their provinces. so they can make connections. And they are also, we also offer them sector specific. And we also offer a lot of employer connection events where they can meet potential employers in Canada, learn about how the recruitment process works, how their hiring process works, and learn a lot about the job search process. We also have a program for refugees, for youth, and starting this month or last month, in early January, we started a new service called Foreign Credential Recognition Navigators. So the Foreign Credential Recognition Navigators are specialized in working with our clients who are who have a background in a regulated profession. We have two FCR navigators in our national team. One of them works for the Eastern region, so Atlantic Canada as well as Ontario, and he's based here at ISANS. And then we have another for the Western region who takes care of all the Western provinces. And those FCR navigators, how we call them, are always doing research on the regulated professions, on the licensure process. They are hosting regular workshops and webinars about the licensure process together with different associations. They work with the regulatory bodies and any governing organizations. They also offer specific one-on-one employment counseling after their initial employment session. They can be referred to the FCR navigator to really talk about the licensure process. They can ask any questions, and the FCR navigator will support them in gathering their documents, making sure they have everything they need to apply for their license in their destination province. And these FCR navigators also connect those clients to mentors. So any SOPA alumni who have already received their license in Canada and have gone through the process, they can connect with them, have a conversation, talk about their experience, and you know, have the opportunity to connect and build relationships with newcomers who have gone through the same. Besides the general, we call it the general SOPA stream for all newcomers who are approved for permanent residency. We also have a program that is called SOPA for refugees. And the eligibility criteria for this program is also the candidates have to live outside of Canada waiting for their resettlement anywhere in Canada. They need to have an RCC invitation to obtain pre-arrival services. That can be any of the documents that general permanent residents receive, but they can also have a letter from the embassy. Some embassies in Jordan, for example, will give out these letters that they can use to register. They have to have some basic English skills. We would say maybe a CLB of 1 or 2, because we don't have interpretation available, but it is a very basic program, and they do not need to have high English speaking skills. They don't need to have an IELTS. They don't need to have any previous work experience or education level. And all they need is actually just a cell phone. They do not need to have high-speed internet or a laptop, because this program is delivered through WhatsApp. So they can participate in a course called Ready to Work. And this course has 9 topics that are being delivered on WhatsApp. So there is a facilitator who's sending all the information from the course through images. And then the students can just download it on their phone as an image, study on their own, and then reply whenever they can and go through the course. Afterwards, they can do a 1-hour session with the facilitator and ask questions about the course or general job search. This course covers a lot of topics, basic topics about how to find work, how to do a resume, what your work documents will look like, your rights, rules, and responsibilities in Canadian workplaces. They also receive a settlement action plan with information about their destination province. And after they complete this course, and they do have the ability to use a laptop computer, they can also take all the other courses as well that we offer in the general program if they have the English skills to do so. And they are also able to access the employment counseling in their destination province and meet with an employment counselor. We also have a program specifically for youth, which is called SOPA for Youth. All immigrant youth that has the eligibility criteria for our program between 15 and 30 can participate in the program. They can either be arriving individually or with a family. They do not need to have any work experience to take this course. It is actually ideal for high school students or high school graduates, teenagers who might be still taking a year of high school in Canada and don't really know how their future might look like, what do they want to do for work, or any youth who might have already graduated in their home country and are now moving to Canada, but they don't really have an idea what they want to do career-wise, or what skills they need. And that course gives a lot of information about the skills for success, and what type of work requires what type of skills. It's a very short course that can be done on a mobile phone. So this is it for our program so far. Here is some information about our social media. We do have social media. Oops, process. There. Okay. We do have social media channels that you can follow us on, that Albina is working very hard to always keep updated. So please feel free to connect with us on any of the channels. And on this slide, I also have some information about how to get to our website and register, as well as we have a really nice blog that's being updated all the time with different stories from clients, where they talk about their experience or information about the program. Please make sure you check that out. And also, just last year, we had the opportunity to get some great videos completed by a local company here from Halifax, who did some great videos for our program. And there is a link where they can be found on on YouTube. I just have a short sneak peek here that I just wanted to share. I'm not sure if you can hear. Albina, did you hear when I started the video?
I didn't hear the audio, but maybe you should have, if you go to advanced sharing options, maybe you can see if there is an option to choose the audio sharing.
Here sound.
Yeah.
See if that would work. I would just like to show you the sneak peek so you get an idea of how our videos look like.
SOPA helped me understand what career path I wanted to choose for myself.
They'll tailor everything according to what you need.
It's talking with a human being that recognizes you and recognizes that what you're going.
It's essential to have people in every province, an opportunity to kind of be here without being here, and talking to people who have the most updated and the most accurate information. it is appreciated by our clients a lot. They say we become confident, we know what to do.
Value what we provide for newcomers is that we prepare them to be able to enter the Canadian workplace as soon as they arrive. Aside just from having the technical skills, you need to be able to have soft skills.
They can go directly to our website. Once they register on the website, it goes to me. I work with the refugees through every stage. The main component is the Ready to Work course. It's an online course through WhatsApp. It's all text-based and it's one-on-one communication. Being text-based on WhatsApp, they can use their mobile or cell phone.
Provides employers candidates who are experienced and well educated. They've been through our SOPA pre-arrival services, so they are prepared for work that should alleviate any concerns about their language ability and soft skills.
Okay, so that was one of the videos. Just a sneak peek. We have 6 videos total. Please feel free to check them out. They are really amazing, and the team traveled through all Canada to meet all the teams and candidates and clients, and there's lots of great testimonials from our clients. Okay, so and here we have just our contact information. There is our website, as well as if you are hearing from a client who might still be located in their home country, they're looking for support, please feel free to send an email to sopa.referrals@isans.ca. That is where our program assistant will be able to take that on and get the client registered. As well, if there's any questions ever about eligibility or how to proceed, we have SOPA registration at isans.ca, which is also monitored by our program assistant to help and answer any questions that come in regards to the registration. And the QR code goes right to our website. Florence offered to distribute the presentation slides if anybody is interested. I will share those afterwards with her, and then she can make sure whoever's interested, of course, to receive the slides, and then you'll have that information. Okay, this was it from my end. Thank you very much for coming and joining us. Does anybody have any questions?
No, thank you so much. It was really useful. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Annika, I was just wondering, if the client contacts a settlement agency, but they're still outside of Canada, how can they be referred to SOPA? Is there do they have to go through organizations? How can they go about this?
They can go about this in a few different ways. So either the organization, the case manager, whoever's in the settlement organization being contacted, they can send a warm referral to the email address that I shared earlier here to refer a client. So sopa.referrals@isans.ca. They can just send a warm referral introducing the client. Make sure to include the email address of the client so we can connect with them. And then they will be guided by our program assistant to register. Or they can give the client directly the website address, and there is a registration link on our website where the clients can choose their destination province, and they will automatically be put into our system and then contacted by email for any further steps. So these are the options.
Thank you.
Annika, there is a question. For those who aren't eligible to receive SOPA services, would SOPA help redirect them to other agencies?
Yes, Usually we do if we find a client is not eligible, but they do have questions. They're wondering, our program assistant has resources. She has a bank of information that she would share with the client by email to make sure they receive the services at least post-arrival.
And we also refer them to some online webinars that, let's say, do not require being eligible. There is a New Canadians organization that regularly offers different webinars, and they won't require any eligibility. So we might refer them to that.
Just another quick question. In terms of time frame, what's the ideal time frame when it comes to pre-arrival services with SOPA?
The ideal time frame, I would say, is 6 months before arriving, but it can be any time, really. Once they receive the eligibility documents, they can register. We have seen clients a year before they actually arrive and really taking advantage of the program. But I would say the ideal time frame is probably around 6 months. That will give them the chance to really take everything, the programs and the webinars and the events, and then still having a little bit of a buffer to pack up. And because usually the weeks before leaving their home country get really busy, and it can be very challenging for them to actually take courses and sit down and focus on these things. So ideally, the best time frame is 6 months, so they can really take a few months to take the program and then have the weeks before leaving their home country. However, there is no restriction for our program. They can register anytime before leaving their home country. Even if it's 2 weeks, they only have 2 weeks left. They can still register. They might just not have the chance to really, of course, go through all the programs, but they will still be able to schedule an appointment, maybe even see our employment specialist. She will always try to squeeze it into her schedule if a client's arriving very soon, to at least have one conversation with them. So we don't have a time, restriction for registration, but I do recommend as soon as they get their eligibility documents to go ahead and register with us.
Yes, Mariam? You have a question?
Hi, thank you, Annika, for the presentation. So I have a question regarding the required documents, the eligibility documents that you talk about. So you mentioned the IRCC invitation letter for pre-arrival. So you know that this is not the letter that's provided to all of the applicants. So some people will receive it, or even some people inside Canada will receive it.
I know.
So yeah. So is there any way for those people that have been waited for a long time and they know that they passed the eligibility, I mean that with the IRCC regarding their application, but still, that sometimes it happens that they have to wait a long time to get the like one of those documents that you mentioned. And so is there any exception for those people with the explanation letter that they can be eligible, or what?
No, unfortunately not right now. We do have a wide variety of documents we do accept, because I know that, for example, usually only the principal applicants will actually receive the pre-arrival letter, not their spouses.
That was my another question about the family members of the PA.
Exactly. Unfortunately, no, because of our funding, we are fully funded by RCC. We do have to validate all registrants through iCare. And so we need their UCI number as like a document with the UCI number of the registrant as well as their name on the document. So that's why we only accept these documents right now that I listed on the slide earlier. However, oftentimes they will still have, once they do their medical request, which is usually a document that they receive shortly after the pre-arrival letter, if that's the order, which is the ideal order. They will oftentimes still have a lot of time, or their visa. The COPR is usually the document that's the closest to their arrival, and oftentimes once they get that, they are very close to landing. But all these documents are being sent in a, like they're staggered, so they all can be used. But they, unfortunately, right now, we do need the registrants to have one of those documents in their name.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just want to raise that concern because, for example, for the AIP clients, I'm located in an Atlantic region. So for AIP client, that the PA have a job offer, so they don't have usually concern about finding job, and but the family member, the spouse, for sure. So they want to get some services regarding the employment. I mean that employment services, which is I think that could be very helpful for them, so for the family member, and so that's why I just that question came to my mind, that okay, maybe family member.
And I think for the AIP clients, we do see them actually in our program, and they do participate. So the AIP clients who have the eligibility document, it really depends. We have seen them, and we have also been thinking about why some can participate and some don't, but I think it has a lot to do with the time frame. Sometimes their waiting period is so long to arrive that they do get the eligibility documents. And we have even worked with spouses of AIP clients as well. But it really, I think it really depends on the time that they have to wait until they land. Because usually the AIP, they have to arrive and then they get their, the application will be processed for their permanent residency. But we have seen AIP candidates with a COPR, and all family members have received a COPR. So once they have that, they can participate both. We also work with AIP clients with the soft skills courses that they can take. And then the spouses get the employment support.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Annika.
No problem.
Annika, another question from New Brunswick in Dieppe. Tiaviana asking, are all SOPA services in English or also in French?
Only English right now. Yeah. So we usually refer to Francophone pre-arrival services if we have clients who cannot communicate in English, who only speak English. So right now our service is only in English. Any other questions?
Well, thank you so much, Annika and Albina, for this presentation. Thank you for your time. Thank you everyone for being here today. Don't hesitate to reach out to Albina and Annika if you have any questions on SOPA. On our end, we'll share the presentation and the recording of this presentation as well. So thank you everyone and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.